Hello, CAFÉ, and welcome to my Sandbox. I'm happy to show you what I've put together for my course, EDUC 474, Teaching in the Content Areas. So here we go. All right, so I want to show you how I welcome my students to my class. So first, I have a Start Here button, and the students will see my picture and a welcome message from me. Then in the second entry, I have the welcome video, which I've posted as a mashup, and it explains how to ask a question about the course using the Q&A discussion forum on Blackboard. I wanted to make sure that my students could ask questions and they didn't have to always email me in order to ask a question. So the welcome video tells them exactly how to go about doing that. After that, we have the course syllabus, the full course syllabus. It also lists underneath the syllabus that the calendar is subject to change based on class needs, because I want them to be aware of that. And the calendar is located at the end of the syllabus or towards the end of the syllabus. Our textbook is also listed there. I then have a link to resources on Blackboard so that if students have a hard time navigating Blackboard, that they can look on the help area on Blackboard and see frequently asked questions, including things about how to log into Blackboard and how to access the course, etc., etc. So underneath that here, we have the welcome letter. And this would be sent via email to all participants a few days before the start of the course. The letter provides information on how to access the course and important contact information for myself, the facilitator. So that letter is there. And then at the bottom, I have the Do Now. So I click on Do Now. And it takes the students to the units. So I wanted something that would take them directly from the start page to the actual units that will be in the course. So over here on instructor's information, I've basically taken the document that I do have on my office door and have posted it here for students. It includes where my office is located, my email address and my phone number, and just a brief calendar showing my schedule. At the bottom, it lists office hours and when I teach and what hours and rooms, so the students know where they can find me. I do teach on campus here in LaVerne, but I also teach at College of the Canyons. So those particular students may not be able to come to my office, and that's why I have made sure that my email address, my phone number is there, and also the Q&A form for them to ask questions. So now I'm going to go to the course content. And in this section, I have announcements. And what I plan to do and what I do in my courses now is I do send out the announcements as an email when I post an announcement, so students always know. I also instruct students on downloading the app, the Blackboard app. Some of the universities do have it where you can download an app and it will notify you when you have a message from your instructor, and I find that very helpful. So that's the announcements. The announcements for the first week would include when we were going to meet on campus, when we were going to meet in the virtual space, so students are clear about what our meeting times and dates are. It also includes a phone number for the University of LaVerne Technology Division in case students have any problems at all with Blackboard. So the next tab I'm going to go over is discussions. So in the discussion board area, we have the Q&A forum. This is where students can ask questions about class and all students can see it. In the welcome letter, I do mention it, and I tell the students that someone else may be able to answer their question before I do, so they know that it's public. I also let students know that if they're questions of a personal nature, they can email me directly anytime. I want them to be aware that what they post in the Q&A forum is public so that they know to ask personal questions of me directly. So the next section that I want to look at, well, let me scroll down very quickly just to show you this first. So I do have a discussion forum prompt for the Unit 9 Arts Integration Unit. And so what I did is I posted the directions at the top, and then the actual rubric, discussion rubric, is at the bottom. It shows them how they will be scored, so that is available to them right from the beginning. And that's under discussions. So I'm going to go down to learning units. So the learning unit that I developed for this course was Unit 9, Arts Integration and Effective Classroom Management. So it begins with a Unit 9 overview or introduction, which tells the students what the unit is about and also includes the learning objectives, and there are 3 learning objectives. Scrolling down, there's a link to the discussion board, so there's more than one way for the students to access it. And it does also repeat the rubric that was also on the discussion board, and the link goes directly back to discussion. So I'll just show you where it goes. And there we are again, Q&A forum. All right, so back to learning units. I'm going to go on and show you the rest. All right, so scrolling down a little bit, we come to collaborative learning. This is a video where Dr. Spencer Kagan speaks on collaborative learning, and it's in support of Learning Objective 1. Then the Rally Coach strategy is in support of Learning Objective 2. And we have a link to a Kahoot quiz, which is how students are going to be evaluated in this unit. There's several ways they're evaluated, but this is one of them. And the Kahoot quiz link will take them out of Blackboard to the Kahoot site. And what they do is they have to enter their game pin, which I have provided. And the game pin is here in the directions. And what they're asked to do is to take a screenshot of their score when they finish that quiz. So because I know students may or may not know how to do a screenshot, I've included 2 videos just below this, which say how to take a screenshot on Mac and how to take a screenshot on PC. So when the students click on those links, or excuse me, when they play those links, which are embedded, they will see how to do a screenshot for that assignment, whether they have a Mac or a PC. Then I have a space for students to actually drop their screenshot. And I promise students that all of their assignments will be graded and posted before the next class meeting so they know when they get their work back. Next, I have the visual and performing arts standards, and I let the students know that we're going to introduce an activity this week, but we're not going to complete it this week, but I want them to have the actual content standards for visual and performing arts, because later they will be doing an integrated unit on visual and performing arts where they learn how to teach the arts and teach other content area through the arts. So that's why I have that. And then at the bottom is a 7-step lesson plan model that they can use, which has examples of lesson plans. I'll click on that. Open. So it has examples of lesson plans so students can see what lesson plans actually look like. Okay, and this is my actual syllabus that just popped up. I'm going to reduce that. And I want to look at the 7-step lesson plan model, which is now opening up. Just move that. So the 7-step lesson plan model has the 7 steps of a lesson plan, but what I like about it for the students is that at the bottom it does show some sample lesson plans, so students can see that. So 2 lesson plans that they can see. I'm going to reduce that, and I'm going to go back to my Unit 9. Now I'm going to scroll up just to show you the syllabus again. So the students will link to the syllabus in multiple ways through the Start Here page and also through the syllabus and rubrics link. So when I click on that, They see that the syllabus is posted there as well. And there's also the rubric for the discussion is posted there as well. So it's posted in multiple places. So looking at the syllabus now, syllabus has my contact information. It has the objectives for the course, a description of the course. It has the attendance policy, so they know what that policy is. Then it has the course calendar that I mentioned earlier in my video. Scrolling down are the assignments, the number of points they're worth, the grading, and then the course policies. Now this includes policies on attendance. It tells them where to post their assignments, when those assignments will be returned, and it talks about late work as well. I also have the phone number and email for the help desk for Blackboard on the syllabus. I tell the students that they're responsible for announcements and that they should contact me immediately if they have an accommodation. So I know some students have accommodations and they forget to send it in right at the beginning of class. So that is the syllabus and the course objectives. I hope you get an idea of, I hope you got a good idea of what I have planned for my class and how they will be evaluated. And I am very happy that I had a chance to take this course because I started teaching the class I was planning for right in the middle of this course. So I was able to better organize the course and get everything into folders, and I think it made it easier for the students to navigate. So thank you, and I've enjoyed taking this online course about how to teach online.